Today we're gonna build the perfect $20,000 watch collection. So this is the perfect watch collection for semi-rich people. Like semi-rich people, like a semi.
Well, if you have 20 grand to spend on watches,
you're definitely in the top 1%. You're definitely very wealthy, I believe. So please, poor people, don't get offended this time, yeah? I got a lot of stake for the title. Perfect watch collection for poor people. There were actually people offended.
None of this works without wages, without brokies.
It is what it is. Before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel now. And if you want to buy your watch or this watch collection or any watch in any collection you buy or you sell, you go to prideandpinion.com, right?
Yeah.
Yes! Represent the crown, motherfucker. What were the rules again, Johnny?
So basically, you've got a hypothetical $20,000.
No, I have a yeah.
And you need to have at least 5 watches in this collection.
5 minimum. Yeah. Can I choose 6?
As long as it doesn't go over 20 grand, you know, feel free. $500 above or below. So try and keep it within that little margin.
Okay. Let's build a collection. We have $20,000 to spend. That's double of what we had to spend last time. So that means I could properly choose a big boy watch. Instead of going dress watch, dive watch, chronograph, I want to build a collection around one piece, right? One big boy piece. I was thinking initially about a Sky Dweller, but I can't do it because that would wipe out the entire budget. So that's not possible. Or are we talking about retail prices?
The price that you'd be able, as an average person, to get one for.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, Sky Dweller's out. I want to do something unique. I want to go in a different route. I want to do cool stuff, something different, something creative. I don't want to go Rolex, Omega, Tudor, there you go, finished, done. I want to do cool, unique stuff. But I think I'm gonna put a Rolex in this. Let's start. In and around the $1,000, $2,000 range. I want to talk to you about a particular watch. A watch that actually won the GPHG Awards, which has also been won by AP, Patek, and Jaeger-LeCoultre, which is, by the way, the Oscars for watch brands. Every year, the GPHG Awards are taking place in Geneva, and that's where watch brands win Oscars if they've done a great job. And it's really unexpected, and a watch that is actually really unexpected, to be honest, but I think really, really cool. It's Siga Design, and Siga Design has made a watch, a globe watch, a watch with an entire globe on the dial, with the craziest way of setting the time. It's absolutely crazy. The watch doesn't even have hands and it tells you the time. It's really, really cool, and I must say, after winning the GPHG Award, so the Oscars of watches, naturally I wanted to know a wee bit more, and I figured out that the brand was actually started, and I don't know if they're still owned by the same guy. The guy that started in 2016, and he was an industrial designer. You can really see that in the watches. It is absolutely crazy. In this collection, I want to add the Blue Planet. For the simple reason is that it's unique. I like the concept, and it's in this time very difficult to make a design very unique. The fact that an industrial designer is behind this brand is quite cool, and I think you can expect a lot more from these guys in the near future. This watch is definitely a head turner. It's a proper conversation starter. There's a version made in steel for $999, and there's a titanium alloy made for $1,100, so $1,200, and I think the titanium one is gonna be my choice. But there's also one of the bracelet, I think it's ceramic, and look how unique this is. You see that compass on the dial? That's how you tell the time.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, does the compass move around the dial?
Yes, compass moves around the dial. It is insane. I absolutely love it. So we're going to be unique. We're going to put $1,200 on the counter. I have spent $1,200, and we have added one watch to the collection. They're making some moves, honestly. Siga Design is making some moves, so it doesn't surprise me, and we're going to hear much more about them in the near future for sure. So, future Nico here. This is a week after I filmed the original 20K collection. I thought it would be a cool idea to reach out to Siga Design, get the watch hands-on, because I wanted to see it in person. And then they were very open to that, and they're gonna send me 2 watches, a discount code for you guys, and I think with the 2 watches, we're gonna give one away or something on YouTube. When they're arriving, I'm gonna open them up on the Uncut Channel, and there's a link in the comments or in the description. So you get 20% discount if you're interested in buying that watch. Quite cool, you know? So now I'm gonna go back, and then you have the old Nico again, yeah? So I'm away now, yeah?
Yeah. Bye.
Cheers. Okay, $1,200 down, $18,800 left to go. Next up, I'm gonna spend approximately $6,500 on the next watch. It's a lot of money, but I don't think it's a lot of money for the brand what it was, not what it is today. This is significantly too much money for what the brand is today.
Why are you buying it?
Because ever since I was very young and addicted to gambling, which I have been since the age of, I don't know how young. By the way, don't gamble, kids. It is a nasty addiction. I got you. Johnny, I love roulette. I'm sorry, I love it.
Roulette?
Yeah, that one as well. I love roulette. I am sorry. Deal with it. But I still have this dream, right? I have seen someone in a casino. This is 10 years ago. Like more than 10 years ago. I don't even know how long ago. It could be 10 years. Whatever it is. I've seen a guy with this Frank Muller, the Vegas, spinning, showing me the number. I don't know how much it was, but putting money on that number and winning. I will never forget that moment in my life. And that is one moment I want to replicate. I've wanted that for a very long time. But for me, I find it difficult to spend $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 on Frank Muller. Now, let me explain a wee bit about Frank Muller, because Frank Muller, the house of Frank Muller was started in 1990 or 1991. He was an incredible watchmaker. Worked for GLC, worked for Patek Philippe. He was incredible. His first chronographs were the bollocks. Holy f***. He's also really, next to the Tonneau Cartier, the reason why Richard Mille went mainstream with the design. But Frank Muller, as good as they were in the past, is incredibly important because we cannot deny that without the existence of Frank Muller, nor the Frank Muller watch brand, the watch industry today would have looked significantly different. I'm convinced that Richard Mille wouldn't be the brand they are today if it wasn't for Frank Muller. I'll give them that credit. But there's one problem in this, and that is today they're dog shit. Yeah, so we'll put that aside. If we look at Frank Muller Vegas, I think it's such a class watch. A watch that I think retailed at $25,000 to $30,000. But today you could pick one up on Chrono 24 for about $6,500. It says 6,615. Sorry, that's my boyfriend Eric. But I think you can pick one up cheaper even if you take the commission from Chrono 24. If you take that off, there's not many out them in the world left, but I think it's such a cool watch. Now you would say Jacob & Co has a roulette watch as well. That's correct. But for me, there is no connection with Jacob & Co and it's overpriced. So I think if you want a roulette watch, that would be your best option. And that is an option that if I look at my journey as a person with watches, there's a memory I have with that watch and I want to own one day. I've always said that I will own one day.
So why not hypothetically own one?
Yeah, so now I hypothetically not own one.
So how much is that?
6, I think, minus the commission of Chrono 24, you can buy this off the platform probably for $5,500, $6,000. So put $5,750 on the counter. Frank Muller, reference number 5850 in steel, the Frank Muller Vegas. 2 watches. I think we've done good there. I also think we need to add an everyday watch, like an indestructible, I go and do gardening, boil some eggs type of watch, play with the dogs type of watch, have a wank in the bathroom type of watch. You know yourself, right? So I think we should add a Rolex there, but I'm not a big fan of these hyped colors of the OP. I was thinking about the OP, right? But I think that the Oyster Perpetual in general, I think that there could be a very good line to add. But I don't know, because maybe there's a different watch in it, because I'm now burning through that budget within 5 seconds. We'll wait with Rolex. We'll see later in the video if we're gonna add that, but I'm thinking about that. Anyway, I think we need to do something in the middle, something. I have a watch where you cannot go wrong with. Like, it's impossible to go wrong with this watch. And I never thought I would say this. I never thought I would do this, but I'm gonna add an Omega Seamaster to this collection. Let me explain. The Omega Seamaster are incredible watches, right? Not value for money though. Off the bat retail, this watch I think cost RRP $8,000. But I can pick them up here for say $4,800, $4,500, let me do cheap. Love this watch. I can pick it up for $4,000. The Omega Seamaster 300M in green. It's a new watch, not an old watch, it's a new watch. Coaxial escapement, the daddy, the 42. Like the proper man-size Omega Seamaster 300M. Tried to find a dive watch, a Rolex, a Submariner, below retail, impossible son. But for $4,000, I don't think you can find a watch that's better than that. It's gonna go straight in my basket, son. So I have $9,000 ready to go. Give me 2 seconds. At brideandpinion.com, yeah, I'm gonna see if we have any, and it's me. AP, 12 pages of watches. I like it. Longines Legend Diver, period, done. Beautiful. Reference number L337, and then I don't know it anymore because Longines uses 20 numbers. The Longines Legend Diver is an absolute stunning watch. The watch retails at £2,350. Pride and Pinion, brand spanking new, no problem, son. £2,120. So it's an easy money save there, and you buy it from a better company anyway. I would add that to my collection, but I don't know how much it is in dollars. $2,700. The blue is unbelievable. The strap is incredible. The dial is fantastic and the size is just perfect. It's a legend watch. It's based on a 1960s Longines dive watch. 100% no brain. I want to add that. Just a quick recap. So we've Seagate Design with a really unique watch. Frank Mueller, which is to be honest, it is one of those watches that could be $20,000. If you take that out, if you go anywhere or you go in a casino, that's a proper flex. Then we have number 3, Omega. That is less of a flex, but that is a best all-round watch you can buy. Then you have a Longines that is a sporty watch, a dive watch as well, but on a really, really cool strap. And I think we are missing. Is it really boring to choose Rolex? It should be, isn't it? Oyster Perpetual 39 with a grey dial. There it is. I like that watch. It's reference number 114300. You buy them on Chrono24 for $6,800 minus a wee bit of fees. You get it for $6,000.
Which brings us to a grand total
of, and that's why I am the watch expert. This is like a really diverse, random collection. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And what would you choose?